Extremely dirty 2010 Jeep Wrangler JK 3.8 liter V6. 6 quarts of the finest oil. Dead dinosaur bones. I'm running 5W30. I'm down here in Florida. It gets hot. Jeep recommends you run 5W20. I would stick with that just to be safe. Don't do what I do, but I'm going to run the 5W30. It works in Florida. I'm running some Lucas Oil synthetic oil stabilizer in it as well, because these lifters in this Jeep are notorious for making a lot of noise, and that's going to cut down on any noise. This is an option. You don't have to use this stuff. I have used it though. It works great. I suggest adding it to your oil, but again, not recommended by the factory. So don't void your warranty or anything. I don't know. Use it at your own risk. I did grab a Mopar filter M0409 from the factory. You can buy different brands, wicks, whatever you like. I just grabbed this one. It was on Amazon, cheap. All this stuff was on Amazon, delivered right to my door in 2 days. Grab your favorite bucket, a rag, flashlight, favorite ratchet, and a 13mm socket. Next up, crawl under your Jeep. This is your oil pan bolt, 13mm head on it, 13mm socket, 1/2-inch ratchet to give you some torque. I've already broke it loose. Make sure you have a bucket under this thing. It's going to shoot out of there. Let her drain. You can check your drain plug, see if there's any metal on it. Can give you an idea what the inside of your motor is looking like. And then you're just going to let this all drain out into your bucket. Put your plug back in and tighten her down. Don't over tighten it, because you don't want to strip your oil pan. But I'll put on the screen right here what Jeep recommends for torque specs for this, and torque it down to that, and don't over torque it, because changing the oil pan because you strip the oil pan drain bolt out is a nightmare. It's basically done draining. Put this back in there. Tighten her back down. Next, open your hood. Once you got your hood open, look down the front of the motor, find your oil filter. If you don't have one of these wrenches, grab one. It's an oil filter wrench. Your oil filter may or may not be on there tight. Mine was on there pretty tight, but I busted it off with that wrench. Reach down there, unscrew it. It is going to make a mess. So make sure you got a drain pan down there to catch it. Before you put your new filter on, get a little clean oil and rub it around this seal and in those threads. It'll make it go on easier, and you won't tear that seal up when it's dry. Sometimes you run the chance of it grabbing or twisting and not sealing correctly. So always put some oil at least on that seal. I like to put a little in the threads just to make sure they're not going on dry. Bring your new filter back over to the front of the Jeep and just screw it back on. I'm going to show you the threads where your oil filter is going to go back. It's going to screw right on there. Make sure that surface is clean. That way the rubber gasket seals to it nicely. All right, new filter installed. Quick tip, do not tighten those things to the moon. You just want a nice snug fit. If you over torque them, it's going to make a nightmare coming back off, and it could cause you problems. Next step, grab your favorite funnel, a little dollar store cheapie right here. Find your oil access hole, unscrew it, put your favorite funnel down in there. Got a little pollen in mine, so I'm gonna clean that real quick, and then I'm gonna fill it up with oil. All right, got my funnel all nice and clean. You wanna make sure your funnel is clean, because anything that's in that funnel, this oil is going to pull down into your motor and cause you problems. Oh. Dang, Lucas. Now just fill it up. Don't fill it up too fast or you'll start pulling out your funnel or backflowing out of this valve cover. Don't ask me how I know. And we're doing 6 quarts. And also while you're doing this, just listen and make sure all the oil is not draining out the bottom of your motor or out of this oil filter. Because sometimes, not saying I've done it, but people have forgot to put the oil drain plug back in or the oil filter back on, and you pour all your brand new oil all over your garage floor. All right, that is the last of the liquid gold. Make sure you get all that stuff in there. It's expensive. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of this Lucas in here to help quiet down these lifters. When you first crank it up for like 3 seconds, 2-3 seconds, maybe even less than that, but you can hear a little bit of lifter tick. It's just the lifters pumping up. After it sits a while, all the oil drains out of them, and these are hydraulic lifters, so it takes a little bit to pump that oil back up. But this is gonna help quiet that down, helps protect all the bearings and stuff in the engine. It's really good stuff. I've used it for many years. I'm not telling you to use it. Do it, I do at your own risk. I like this stuff, and I think it'll help this engine out. It's got 165,000 miles on it. And every high mileage car I put this in, they always sound a lot better and run better. It says, let me see right here, 1 quart to every 4 quarts of motor oil. We just put 6 quarts in here. Let me see how this is, and this is 1 quart. So I could pour this whole bottle in there. I think I'm only gonna do half. I don't wanna overfill this engine, but I don't think half a quart over is gonna affect it too much. But yeah, guys, use this stuff at your own risk. I'm not a ASE certified mechanic or anything by any means, so. Just been turning wrenches since I was, about 10 or 12 years old. All right, guys. Once you got that filled up, let your funnel drain out a little bit, put your cap back on, slam the hood, and you're good to go. If you found this video helpful and want to know more about this Jeep, I got more videos on it. Just did one on this wheel and tire setup that I got. And there's going to be more videos on it. I got tons of videos on the channel. So if you found this video helpful, hit that like button if you don't mind. Just lets me know people like the content. I try to get straight to the point, not waste people's time. There's no need for a 16, 20-minute oil change video. Let's just get straight to the point and get to work. So if you would, subscribe to the channel, and you can come back and see more videos on this Jeep as it continues to get better and we continue to modify it, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.